Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, sponsored by Slama Enterprises, Casper Egg, Trip Downing, Front Street Toys, and Wetton Camp Transport. This week, we have the IHRA Pro Pulling League, Christy Asher, with us. So, special guest here tonight. Thanks for joining us, Christy.
Thanks for having me.
It's a beautiful, balmy, almost 12 degrees here in Wisconsin. What's it like in Indiana?
It's probably about 23, 24. It's pretty chilly.
Oh,
I'm going to Ocala, Florida Wednesday afternoon, so I'm kind of looking forward to some warm weather.
oh, that hurts right away, right to the jugular. Unbelievable.
Hey, if you're any type for weather, then this is better.
Yeah, I hope you get sunburnt in a good way. Yeah. Oh, Saturday it'll be like 2 below in the morning, and I think the high is 7 here. So
Have fun with that.
yeah, yeah. The shop. Go inside the shop where it's warm and stay there. I think that's where you'll find me on Saturday.
I'm sure.
You probably had a busy weekend, John. This past weekend.
It's going to be busy this week too. Here we're snow forecasted for tomorrow into Wednesday, and could be another spit into Thursday. It sounds like, so gearing up for a busy week. Then it's supposed to be frigid cold again.
I was sitting next to JJ this past weekend down in Cloverdale with the live stream, and his phone kept buzzing because of asking the snowplow, and he's down in Indiana.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah. It was warmer down there than it was here too, so that's good. Everywhere it's warmer, but here. Yeah.
You guys live too close to that Canadian line.
Yeah. I was talking to another tractor puller tonight. I said, nights like this week and whatever, I sure can't wait till summer for a nice, warm tractor pulling night. And he says, I can't wait either. That's for sure. But you're going to get that in Ocala. So is that a 2-day event down in Ocala?
It's actually 3 days. They pull Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the first year they're going 3 days.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Is it the same organization that puts that on down there?
Yeah, our Mid-Florida member state group.
Okay. Then isn't there another pull like in a couple weeks or another week too?
It'll be the last weekend of February. We'll be at Arcadia, Florida.
Okay. Well,
we'll be back.
Twice you'll be able to warm up before you come back home.
Yeah, definitely.
Exciting news for the Pro Pulling League. Things are changing and evolving in the pulling world for truck and tractor pulling, and you're at the forefront of it. So let's dive right into it. So we're the high stakes series this year. We're going to chat about that and some other things. And if anybody has any questions for Christy, please, don't be afraid to put them up there, and we'll ask away and see if we can get an answer. But let's dive into it. The high stakes series. This is all new. It's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. It's something new. We know there'll be challenges off and on, but it's exciting. It's five 2-day events, starting in June, on June 5th and 6th at West Salem, Ohio. Then we go to Farley, Iowa on June 19th and 20th. Then we go into July to Milan, Michigan. During the Milan, Michigan event, we also will be having drag races during the day. So that's something different, where we'll have 2 different motorsports in one spot. August 7th and 8th is the Hebron, Ohio, which is just east of Columbus, Ohio, at the drag strip there. And then in September, we'll be down in Benson, North Carolina. So it's exciting. There'll be 8 classes involved in it. We're in the process right now of finalizing those classes.
Great. How's that going to work out with the Champions Tour as well? Is it going to affect that, or how are things going to transition with that as well?
So it will hopefully increase numbers, because to compete in the high stakes in the following years, you either have to be in the top echelon of the class, or you got to be in the top of the Champions Tour to earn your way in. So if you're outsider looking in, you need to be running the Champions Tour points and getting the high, do the best you can there to earn your way into the high stakes the following year.
So basically, whoever run Champions Tour last year will have the first dive into this for the 2026 season, I'm taking it.
Correct. And then we've already had really good responses on people committing to the Champions Tour because they're wanting in the high stakes in 2027.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to help grow the sport and also help bring sponsorship and money in, and it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. Hope it helps, evolve into other avenues for truck and tractor pulling.
It's very exciting, that's for sure.
Are these high stakes events going to be televised by chance?
Yes, they will be tape delayed, televised, whether on CBS Sports or some other network, and they'll also be live streamed. So.
Oh, awesome! So people can watch all the live streaming as well.
Yes. Yep.
Still propulling.tv?
It will be either on that platform or something similar. We'll be announcing that in the near future.
Okay. Champions Tour events the same way then? Televised some?
Yes. Yep. Champions Tour is going to be pretty same as what it always been, other than it's going to be, I would say, more competitive with everyone wanting into the high stakes, and I feel like the numbers will be increased for 2026 going into 2027.
That's great. And I'm sure with this be some more sponsors coming on board and other things to help grow the sport as well. The schedule wise, with the high stakes in the Champions Tour, is just about as full as it normally is, or are all these added in?
So the Champions Tour, most classes will have anywhere from 6 to 10 hooks. That way they can, if a competitor wants to run both, they'll end up having between that 16 to 20 hooks to run during the summer. And that gives everyone a chance to go do other things in their lives and besides pulling, which we all love, but you got to enjoy the family time too.
Yes, that's the hard part. And even the Badger State schedule and then helping out at Hillsboro like I do, it's full schedule announcing throughout the summer. And I like to go garden tractor pulling with the boy and get him involved too, the next generation. So
That's right.
Summers get busy.
That's right.
So along with the IHRA drag races, so some of these pulls are at drag strips then. So are they building separate tracks for the truck and tractor pulling then at these facilities?
Yes. Of course, West Salem, Ohio already has a pulling track there, and so does Benson, North Carolina.
Oh.
The Hebron, Ohio, and the Milan, Michigan, they're going to build tracks there. They've actually already started tearing down woods and everything to put the track in. So I would say those tracks will be going in here in the near spring.
Wow. Things are moving fast forward.
Yeah, it's always wide open here. The motto is make it happen, and that's what we're going to do.
Yep. Never fail. That's right. Never fail. It's busy anyway, so I'm sure you and John probably feel quite a bit of added pressure with everything else going on as well. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. I don't think a lot of people understand that putting a schedule together and sponsorships in line and members and membership. You got Badger State and Eastern groups, all the membership clubs and all that paperwork and stuff to do. It's do you ever take a day off?
Not very often. We always say the summer is the easy part. Putting on the events is the easy part. The winter is when we're busier between banquets and, like you said, scheduling rules. There's so much going on. Of course, more office work, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is part of it and everything. But the winter is nonstop. We do every once in a while get a few days off.
Well, hopefully you get an extra day to stay down in Florida and enjoy yourself while you go down there and
That would be,
rest up a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah. The summertime and watching you guys too, for instance, roll into a pulling event, you roll in and put everything up, get everything ready and everything in line. And like, for example, Hillsboro, setting that up. And, I get there, try and get there early. And I see you guys you're spinning a million miles an hour, enough to say hi and get whatever I need or whatever information you guys need to give me before we start the event. But, um, lot of hands involved in that as well to make all them shows go.
definitely for sure. And we couldn't do it without our excellent staff, including yourself and everything. That's what has kept us going over the years, helping us out to make the events a success the way they are. And speaking of Hillsboro, you couldn't ask for a better event. The hospitality and everything there, and the venue itself is just a great event.
It grows every year, and I think the only thing that holds it back there is the weather. Once in a while, when we get that chance of rain, or past few years here, the last five, I think a couple of times we've had rain here, which is waterlogged us. But it's a very fun event, and the parking for the pits and all the amenities that the Slama family and the whole Hillsboro charity pull has done since the first time even Pro Pulling League was there, or even since thinking way back when Badger State was there. Um, I was there with Stacy in the beginning of it. Is how much it's changed there, and I think there's a lot of people. It's off the beaten path to get there, but I hope that there's more people that come out to that, because that's one of the greatest events in Wisconsin to see.
100% agree. The everything that the Slama family has done to improve that place. I remember back in 07, 8, or 9 when we did during the event get the big rain and everything. That was before they leveled all that out there at the starting line. We had that big dip there. The sled was setting right there in that, I'm going to call it a ditch. It wasn't a ditch, but it was the lower spot. And by the time the rain stopped, the pan was covered in water. So they went in there, filled it in, made it all flat, and just, like I said, it's an awesome facility.
Yeah, I think they've even gone as far as did some tiling and stuff there. Even the last time that we had rain there, it shed the rain pretty quick
Yeah.
off the pulling track itself. Where we were able to, cut it back and go again for the night show, and it was just like, a brand new track again. It hooked just as good as it did before. So it's amazing, over time how they've done that, and a lot of other facilities across the nation too. I mean, you guys travel around and see, other places that are doing the same thing, and preparations for events is just meticulously done.
100%. Everyone wants a successful event, and it takes the promoter, us, and the pullers, the fans, to make it all happen. If we all don't work together to improve stuff along the way, it's not going to keep growing the way it is. So it's been great the way everyone has responded over the years to improve the sport, and I look forward to continue that and even more.
So how many years have you been in the role that you're in now, Christy?
I've been involved in this side of pulling and everything probably about 28 years, I would say, somewhere around in there. So
Where'd that time go?
I know my kids was little then, and now they're they're both married and everything, and one has a little boy. So yeah, time flies.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you coming to the Badger State banquet, and them guys around, you guys just coming from the pool and that before the banquet, enjoying some time up to the wilderness there with us a few times.
Yep. Yeah, they always went everywhere with us. That's for sure. They enjoyed it.
To do your job though, too, your heart and soul's involved, and you and John have worked, tirelessly together to keep things moving in a good direction. And kudos to you guys. It's not easy, never is easy, but there's a big piece of your heart and soul in the whole works, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. You to do something right, you got to enjoy what you're doing, actually love what you're doing, or it wouldn't be worth doing and everything. It's like an extended family with all the competitors, the member state groups, the promoters and stuff. I mean, it's the extended family that I have a big family at home, but I have an even bigger family in the sport of pulling, to where, I mean, it's been life for the past 20 some years. I don't know any different now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been around it too since I was 5 years old, and I always say that my dad got me into the sport of tractor pulling, and I've met so many great people along the way that it's just amazing. I'd have never met you or been doing what I'm doing now if it wasn't for my dad, and I think I've been blessed, over the years to meet a lot of great people, and that's kudos to him for getting me into this sport and kind of doing the same thing with my boy, you know, grassroots stuff. And he enjoys going with me to Badger State events as well. And he has a good time. So
That's good.
hopefully he can say the same thing one day, 20 years from now.
Exactly.
Hey, Christy, we got a question on Facebook. Can you explain briefly the process of how each location was decided for the high stakes series, like how that was determined?
Well, it was the new owner, IHRA, Daryl Cuddle and stuff. We visioned where it was a series to more at drag strips or drag raceways and everything, just to lift everything up. So that was kind of, four of those 5 places is owned by Daryl and everything. And like I said, he is putting pulling tracks in at those places, and excited to keep the sport of truck and tractor pulling moving forward.
With that, I'm sure that he's investing in this too. So I'm sure after the first maiden voyage of this year, we could probably see some changes in the future too that may help out and may expand that.
100%. This year, of course, the payout and everything, as far as the purse payout, it will be a minimum around 2.7 million paid out to 8 classes, and the winner in each class is guaranteed $10,000 a night. So that's exciting. If someone won all 10 events, they could have 100,000 at the end of the season. And there is a year-end points fund that gets paid out too. So a lot of great incentives, a lot going on.
That's huge. Yeah, that's something that pulling hasn't seen.
Exactly. That's why we're excited for it and the possibilities that it can bring.
With that, and seeing like CBS Sports, maybe with that too, that things will grow towards the TV side of that too. That may help out, make it more mainstream. Move us towards the NASCAR size or IndyCar size. And IHRA has been gaining a whole lot of ground last few years too. There's a lot of people that I watch drag racing on the side as well when I get free time, which ain't very often, but yeah, there's a lot of good things happening with IHRA. So that's good to see that it's involved. And you think back to into the 80s and 90s, when the U.S. Hot Rod Association was around, and TNT, monster truck racing, and all kinds of different things were going on with truck and tractor pulling that in the heyday of those times was pretty well too. And in fact, I think Tim Engler was on one of the other podcasts, and I watched his interview. And Tim said the 1 year, I think, pulling with TNT Motorsports, he made $32,000 is the best year ever pulling for him. And I think that was like 1989, I think he said. Wow. So, yeah. I remember talking with him at the shop when I was down there with Wildman's one night too, that One year he put 36,000 miles on the hauler going to tractor pulls with the mod.
That's a lot. We, on average, on our transporters that we take to the events, on average, it's between 25 and 30,000 a summer. So that's a lot. I will say one more thing on the Champions Tour. We were able to raise our purses up and have the qualifying money back that we used to have. So a pre-committed competitor, if they're pre-committed, will run for an increased purse too. So.
Oh, awesome. So the purse now, all the pullers too, they also get they get like fuel money or something as well with that as well, don't they?
If you're in the Champions Club, and there's only 16 in each class that can be in the Champions Club. So, and that goes back to if you're in the top 16 in the points. So the top 16 from 2025 has first choice in the Champions Club to be in the Champions Club in 2026. So there's incentives there like the Tow Pro money, reset money, and at the end of the year, depending on how many wins you have, you could have a chance for a UTV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a drawing deal that we do at the banquet each year. For every win you get, your name gets put in a bowl and someone will draw it out.
That's cool. Who do you guys have for sponsors on board for this year already?
We are working on those and everything. Of course, we have Fendt that is title sponsor of the high stakes series, Optima battery, Mac trailer, ARP, a lot of the same ones that we've had in the past. And then we're working on some new ones that we can't release right now because it's still in the final stages, but we'll hopefully be announcing those here in the near future.
Well, even from banquet time to now, you figure what, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, there's been, things changed so much in such a quick time that, yeah, getting it all put together like we're talking about, it's going to take a little bit, but that's good. It's good to see. And if anybody else has any other questions, please put them up. And I didn't see that one come through, Ryan. So I don't know if it's because of my phone or what, but if more come through, let us know.
Yeah, I just read it off instead of putting it up, so I didn't flash it.
Okay.
Just to kind of.
Oh, all right.
It was just to make it simpler with the question. So the way it was. So.
Okay. Banquet wise, is anything going to change there for 2026, Christy?
I don't think so. That's on my to-do list. I need to get our banquet finalized and stuff. There's never enough hours in the day, but that's on my to-do list to get that date set. And it'll still probably be held down in Louisville, Kentucky. It's close for us, so that makes it nice to where when we take the UTV over and everything, we're 10, 15 minutes from the office. So when it used to be in Indy, it was nice too, but that's still an hour and a half, 2 hours north to where when we're right there by the office, getting everything to and from is a lot easier.
Makes it, yeah. Yeah, the logistics of that for you guys has got to help out. And that's still a lot to do to get that put together as well.
Oh, 100%. Between the table seating and just coordinating all the meetings and everything. And then John and Larry working on all the rules. There's a lot that goes into the sport that, you have to love it to stay on top of it and do what we do.
What is your favorite part of all of it? What is your favorite piece of the puzzle that you enjoy doing?
Probably my favorite piece of the puzzle is being able to meet and be around the people. The people is what probably keeps me going.
Yeah.
I love the challenge of making an event successful and everything. I'm all about, you tell me I can't do something, we'll figure out a way to make it happen.
Move over. You're in my way. She's coming through. Look out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So I got a question for you too. So if you were able to drive a pulling vehicle, what would it be and where would it be? free and clear. Put the helmet on. You drive. Don't worry about nothing.
Well, it would probably be at Hillsboro because Buzz and them build an excellent track there. I, man, that's a hard one. Which class would I run in? But kind of a toss up. I think the mini rod is a class that would be, there's so much that goes into that because let's face it, you got all that horsepower on 2,050 pounds and everything. And just mastering that one to keep it on all four wheels, of course, and everything. But the mod and the pro stock class, I feel like just the sheer power there, it would be tough to pick between those three classes.
I'm with you. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to been able to drive a bunch. I've drove Grand National Mini Rod a couple of times with Jerry Thompson and Steve's, and then Hot Farm and Super Farm, and drove my brother's Pro Street diesel truck. Just blessed by being able to do that. And yeah, I think I'm right with you. Mod and a pro stock would be the next couple of choices I'd love to take the seat on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini rods are fun though. I tell you what, for the horsepower and the ride, I don't know.
I'm sure like I said, there's so much power there in 2,000 pounds that, you got to be on your toes.
Oh yeah. It's big time. Yeah. Yeah. It just shakes. It's just, it's fun. It's hard to describe, but hopefully one of these days someone will say, Christy, get in.
There you go. And I'll be okay. Let's go. Some of the mod drivers always said the first 100 foot or whatever, you don't see anything because it's shaking you so bad.
Yeah. The mini rods too, they shake pretty hard. The first time I drove one, you'd see the flagman, and then as soon as I went wide open, there were 6 flagmen. It shook so hard. It's like, wow. The end of the rod, my fingers and my toes were tingling. It was just insane. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, the mods, I could see that. And when you stand close to the track like you do, or I've been where people haven't been as close, to trackside like we've been,
yep.
When they come through, the ground just hammers. It shakes by you.
Well, like John always says, you can always tell when they go by him at the starting line how tuned up they are. He goes, just from the feel, the vibration and everything, he goes, you can just tell the difference of who's going to be closer to the top that night.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the pro stock, I think everybody wants to drive pro stock. That's just a class that is, legendary and set aside on its own. I think there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of good pro stocks nowadays all over the place. It's hard to pick, who the hard charger that night is going to be in that class. You just never know.
It's the who's who. That class there, it's anyone's game.
Anyone's game. Yeah. In the last 10 years, I think they've stepped it up at least twofold in that class from what it was.
Oh, yeah, 100%. At one year, I remember John and I talking how many turbos, I think it was 2 or 3 turbos changes just in that season that some of them went through. Getting
bigger chargers, more horsepower, and that's with any class too. Even like Super Farm, where you're on the 3-inch charger, the changes in the turbocharger over the last few years as well, where they've made leaps and bounds in horsepower too. It's just it's crazy how our sport of truck and tractor pulling evolved. And speaking of that, like the 2-wheel drives, the technology that's in them nowadays, and that's another tough class. I don't know, there is not a tough class, but it's just amazing how the rings on the ladder just keep going up with all that.
Oh yeah, we've seen that a lot over the years. You always, especially at any level, there's always someone there that's pushing the envelope a little bit more to keep it going, and that pushes the rest of the class to keep moving forward. and everything. And I mean, that just says a lot for the sport, that the competitiveness, but also if someone needs the help with getting started and stuff, they're all right there. They'd rather beat you on the track than in the pit area, and that says a lot for the sport of truck and tractor pulling.
And that's one of the sports that you see all the time. People helping each other out, helping competitors out. Just like you said, and can't say that for every sport, but truck and tractor pulling it, I've seen it more times than not. Just like you said, beat you on the track than in the trailer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ryan, was there another comment up there? Question?
So Adam Stevens wants to know a timeline of when you'll release those that'll be committed to the high stakes series.
We are actually finalizing that and everything. I would hope here within a week or two. Probably 5 of the 8 classes are finished. We just got to finalize those last 3 classes, and then we'll be able to announce everything.
Are you helping out in Louisville again?
Yep, we'll be down there.
National Farm Machinery Show, just 3 weeks away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it. I was thinking I'll get back Monday, and then it's like 2.5 weeks, and it's like, oh, not enough time to take a breath almost.
Nope. Game on.
Yep.
John helps out down there as well too, doesn't he?
Yes, yep. He is part of the technical side of it down there. Of course, I'll be out parking haulers and then also doing the lasering and laying the track out and everything there in Freedom Hall.
That's an awesome event as well, a standalone event, and it's cool to see. Like, you're there, John's there, and then there's other officials from other organizations there helping as well. That a lot of people that don't get to see behind the scenes, doing technical stuff, teching tractors and trucks to whatever it may be, that are involved with that.
And the nice thing is we all get along great. I mean, we can cut up and have fun and stuff. Of course, I mean, the crew that we normally have, they know how John and I work and everything. But when you throw everyone else in there, I mean, it just brings it all together, and we all get along great, no matter which organization we're from. And that's what it's about. It's for the benefit of the sport.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people don't really realize that's a standalone poll that that's invite only. So you have to apply to be invited there, and it goes through a committee that pulls who comes to play there. A lot of times you'll see points champions, the state level clubs, national clubs like yours, NTPA, Outlaw, but the different organizations, and it's invite only. So they may have pull-offs, they may not. They kind of change things up a little bit that way, so it's not exactly like the Pro Pulling League or NTPA or how the Outlaws do it. They kind of have their own. It's their own niche.
Yep, they keep everybody on their toes that way. You never know what they may do.
It's fun to see how that's organized too. Like, the parking has changed now. That's going to change for this year too, because the addition going on, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have a different area to park in and everything. I know that they have been working on a couple different layouts to make sure the area that they use is used the best to get as many transporters as we can in there. But they have a game plan, and I'm sure they'll do the best they can to make it work for everyone.
Is the pit area still going to be in Broadbent Arena?
Yes. Yep. Everyone will still pit in Broadbent, and then there'll be a roadway made up where they're putting a new building and stuff. There's a lot of construction. They'll make a roadway up from Broadbent over to Freedom Hall like they normally do, and we'll be ready to go pulling.
That'll be awesome. I'll be sitting here home in front of my TV in the warm living room while you guys are slaving away there, and I'll be enjoying the show.
There you go. That's perfect.
I was down there last year, and it's been a few years since I've been down there, but I was there last year, and I've always loved going to Louisville. Been there many, 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 many times, and it's one of my favorite pulls to go to. It's just hard to go to with my work. So I was able to go last year, so this year I'll be watching from home. But it's a prestigious event to go to and to soak in the years that have been there and where it started and all the people that have won over the years. And then usually when you get the program, you get to see who all the past champions were. And a lot of them that have repeated and how it's changed over the years. But some of the family members that are still involved with the National Farm Machinery Show from years past. It's just amazing to see.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a great event, and 2026 ought to be even just as good as what it's been in the past, if not better.
Are you guys helping out with that other poll that's coming in there in March as well?
Yeah, the Mid America Truck Show, which is the Mack Trailer Winter Nationals, will be there. I believe it's March 28th.
Okay.
We'll have the hot rod semis there, the pro stock tractors, super stock diesel trucks, and then we're going to have the light modified tractors in there. So we'll have 4 classes for that Saturday night event. I believe it will probably start around that 5 o'clock. The trade show, I think, ends around there, sometime in there, but I believe it's 5-ish whenever the show will start.
That'll be neat. I've watched that too, and always kind of been wanting to go down to that and take Ross down to that. He likes all the big trucks anyway, so might see if we can sneak down to get to that one.
Well, they have a really good show and shine and everything. I know Jeremy Nelson normally has a truck or two in it, and just a lot to see and going on down there.
Yeah, that's wild. So Saturday night of that event is the poll then?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. That takes a lot to put that together as well.
Yes, it does. That's why we're kind of juggling everything. Between working on the schedule, the high stakes, the truck show. There's just a lot going on. Going to Florida, so I mean, it's been a really busy winter. But what would we do otherwise?
Yeah, yeah. In pulling, truck and tractor pulling you used to have a lull and used to talk to some of the tire cutters and we got a little bit of a break now. Pulling's done September-ish and have a little slow time and then start getting stuff ready for Louisville and then more and more of the winter pulls that have been going on and now there's more winter pulls going on. So the tire guys, they never slow down. And now the front line, like you and John and the people all behind the scenes, that's a year-round gig, and it never does slow down.
No, it keeps getting faster, but that's to keep everything moving.
Yeah, the older you get, the faster times go. The wise old gentleman told me. What do we got now, Amanda Stern?
She wants to know if you know what for the high stakes series, what spectator ticket prices will generally be. Do you know that? Do you know that yet?
I do. I have not heard what the prices will be as of yet. I'm sure once we give us a couple weeks here, we'll get all that figured out and make sure everyone knows plenty ahead of time.
Yeah. Once you guys kind of get some stuff figured out, if you guys wouldn't mind, maybe come back on and visit with us again, and we can give more of that information out for the Pro Pulling League.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah. Anybody else have any more questions for Christy?
Most of it's just on scheduling, which I know you're still working on finalizing. Do you have a timeline on when you'll release Champions Tour schedules and what classes will be at each event yet?
I would hope within the next 2 to 3 weeks. It might be earlier. It's kind of, you wait for one domino to fall and then they all fall order after that. It's just a matter of piecing everything together. But I would say here real soon, we'll get that schedule put up and everything. But I've had a lot of dominoes that have fell in the past week that has helped finalize some of the other events. So here shortly, that will be coming up.
Jamie Qualls wants to know if the number of semis you're expecting to run on the high stakes series.
I would say probably around that 10 number. There could be a few more, but like we're finalizing that number, and we'll let you know here in about a week or so.
So the hard part, the scheduling, which a lot of people don't know, and I've done the same thing Greg has done, and like that you do with an organization when you're doing the scheduling of that, and you guys have it's harder for you guys because you have a menu, so you have all these classes, and you don't want to wear out, the pro stock class and you have 30 hooks in a year, and only have mini rods have 4. You want to even things out, so like that's part of where the dominoes come in, don't they?
Yes, for sure. Over the years, back before COVID, we didn't hook a single class over 18 times. Well, since COVID, people figured out that there's other things to do, so we backed that number down to 14 and everything. So with the high stakes, I would say most of the classes will have between that 6 to 10 hooks, and then plus the ones that are in the high stakes. So they're looking at anywhere between that 6 and or that 10 and that 16 and 20 hooks at the end of the day, because you got to be able to. There's other things to do in life besides pulling. I hate to say it, we all love the sport, but you got to enjoy life with your family and do other things.
Yes, yeah, and even Badger State, I think is I think the most I've seen was like 34 events the one year comes to mind, and 32 or 34, and I think we're in the high 20s yet, where we have been the last couple of years, and that's a lot of pulls. There's been times where Badger State will pull 2 different states, 2 different towns, 2 different times in the same day. You
Oh,
know, it
yeah.
just
That's a member state group. I mean, John and I have done that quite a few times and everything, and actually past several years. And it's been nice having Larry come on, and also Clint Tucker, to where we'll have three events in one day and everything. It takes the added help and everything, and you got to have good help to make it all happen.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. You got to have, everything's got to be in place, and it's got to flow. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you don't have the help, that's what the help can make or break you in what we do and everything. And
Yeah,
there's been times where I've told a promoter I would love to do your event, but the staff, I don't have enough people to do a 4th event on the day.
you can't. Yeah, it's and stretching it with even with Badger State, 2 places in the same day, and announcers, 2 different announcers, 2 different, you know, most everybody's different. Once in a while, you have like Mark Eastman. He's been to both events in the same day, but he's moving to get to both and to get it done. It's just wild. Yeah, I always tease. I always say I'm on the B team when we have those days. I'm on the B team. So yeah, whoever's working with me in the stands, I always say, "Oh, made the B team today, huh?" But you gotta have fun about something, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to enjoy it.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it. That's the whole part of it. So yeah. Do we have any more, Ryan?
Jamie wants to know if is Goshen still on the Champions Tour schedule?
Yep, it will be there July 29th and 30th. 3 sessions, 2 on Thursday, 1 on Wednesday.
Sweet.
Wild. That's the other thing, a lot of times you think, big pulling events usually is a weekend deal. And, the county fairs across the nation, I thought Illinois was one of the big ones during the week, but Indiana has them. And there's a couple in Wisconsin that we pull on a Wednesday night or Thursday night. It's just wild how some of them, are during the week, but then the amount of people that go to them during the week.
Oh yeah, well, and Ohio State is a big one that they'll have a lot of during the week events and everything. But that's a lot of those people that go to the county fairs, that's they look forward to that week or a couple days whenever they're there. I mean, they save up for that. And I think that has been what has helped the fairs over the years, because people know, okay, this week we're going here. We're saving our money. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. Same with Badger State. I know there's people, and I've talked to people that, every year they'll go to Jefferson County Fair. It's close for them, and they may go to Utica Fest or something. That's the two pulls that they go to. And I think the live streaming is bringing on more of a fan base. I think that'll kind of keep things growing in the pulling community, because it gives them families an opportunity to jump on and watch Goshen, Indiana on Wednesday night. Where, boy, I'd like to go there, but never been there, but able to watch it, but it just, I think it helps the sport out. Really do.
It does. There was, and I can't remember where the folks was from, but they were out on the East Coast. I'm going to say maybe Maine or Maryland, somewhere out there, that we've had Hillsborough on television stuff, and they watched that event over the years and stuff, and that was their one goal, is to be able to go to Hillsborough, Wisconsin. Well, they called Dawn up, and I think they've been there a couple times since then, but that they saw it on TV, and that's where they wanted to go, and they finally made it out there.
Yeah, that's one too, where you run into people, walking around the pits. I go to the hotel room to sleep, shower. Other than that, I'm down at the fairgrounds, usually chatting with pullers that I haven't seen in a long time, or other people walking around that you don't get to see. And a lot of faces from all over the country that come there, and it's good to see.
Oh yeah.
Good to see. Is there anything else on there, Ryan?
That's hold on. Nope, that's about it for basically questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Christy, for coming on. We're pretty close to our time anyway, and enjoy Florida down there.
Oh yeah. Well, I gotta watch the Hoosiers win this football game, hopefully tonight too. So.
Oh yeah, they play tonight too. Yeah.
They're ahead 3-0 right now. So.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people watching the Hoosiers. They've been really, really kicking it this year.
Yeah. Well, I grew up on Hoosier basketball, so when they finally got a football team, you got to root them on.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. John and Greg usually go back and forth pretty good about back and forth, but me, I'll be nice. I'm the good one,
Well, I was hoping Greg would be on here and say, "Hey, what team's in the championships?"
You'll be able to pick on him down at the farm show.
Yeah. Make sure you tell him that. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, he needs that, because he's usually the first one to jump on the bandwagon when it goes the other way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can get him a IU hat to wear down there.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as heck. Yeah. He'd love that. He'd probably wear it too, just to spite. Yep.
And knowing him, he would.
Yeah, he'll wear it. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, he'd say better than a Buckeye hat.
Oh yeah. That's for sure.
Thanks for having me on the show, and look forward to.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's great having you always, and great being a member state with PPL. And when you guys get things ironed out, and in between there, we'll have you on again here and let us know. And then all the fans can see where everything's at and get more information. As we've heard a bunch of questions about scheduling and that already, so a lot of people amped up. So that's good. Enjoy Ocala. Enjoy Louisville. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you much. We'd like to thank Slom Enterprises, Wet and Camp Transport, Front Street Toys, Trip Downing, and Casper Egg for Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Thank you, Ryan, for coming on tonight. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Night.